Okay, so let's start reading. It says, after Nils runs from the crows, he meets the fox again.
The one that's head stuck in the fence.
Yeah, this is really awkward and embarrassing because
you tricked him.
The good news is that Nils got away from the crows, but remember this fox yesterday? He was the one who was trying to catch the sheep, but Nils and Morten got the fox to trap his head inside a fence. So the fox is not as scary as the crows, maybe, but the fox might be really angry with Nils. And foxes, even though they're small and kind of cute, they do have sharp teeth, and they could, you know, eat a gnome.
Oh, okay.
About that quickly.
Okay, 所以在 Nils 逃离这个乌鸦之后，他再一次遇见了狐狸 He meets the fox again.
That's right. You don't want to meet a scary person on a dark, rainy night, and you don't want to meet a fox if you're a tasty gnome. To meet, this verb is spelled M-E-E-T, not M-E-A-T, M-E-E-T. But Nils could be fresh meat, M-E-A-T,
right.
for the fox. Okay, in this case, M-E-E-T, well, first of all, it's not a noun, it's a verb, and we're not talking about the flesh of an animal or a person or anything like that. Meet here, M-E-E-T, the verb is to encounter, to come across. So if you're walking down the street and your friend is walking up the street, hey, you met your friend. M-E-T is the past tense. It's nice to meet our friends or people we know when we're outside, when it's a surprise. That's kind of an unexpected and nice thing to happen. We can also, of course, use meet when you talk to someone for the first time. Hi, I'm Mike. Hi, I'm Jennifer. You're meeting that person. But in this case, we're really just talking about you're going outside, walking around in your normal day, and hey, who should you happen to see? Who do you meet? Someone that you already know, so you meet them on the street. For example, I met my neighbor at the bank and said hello. I met my neighbor at the bank and said hello. We didn't go together, we just happened to be there at the same time. It was a happy coincidence.
Meet 是个动词，就是遇见啦、碰上的意思。动词三态为 meet, met, met。For example, I met my neighbor at the bank and said hello. 我在银行遇见我的邻居，并且跟他打招呼。Would you say hello to your neighbor if you meet them?
I don't know. Oh no, I do know one neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. We say hello
that
when we're in, you know, the one who lives on the same floor. The other ones are not that friendly.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Okay, or you could also meet an old friend at the store.
That's right.
Yeah, if you live nearby and then it's like, oh, I didn't know you live here.
Your old friends, your neighbors, people who you might see by surprise in the course of your normal day. All right, so Nils met the fox, but this is not a happy thing. He does not want to meet this angry fox. And it seems the fox is quite happy to eat meat and eat Nils. It says the fox wants to eat Nils, but Morten flies back and saves him. The goose saves the day yet again.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's better than a dragon. Okay,
I'd like to have a goose that saves me from danger.
Okay, 所以狐狸它竟然想要吃 Nils， 但是哇，这个 Morten 竟然及时出现了，他飞回来救他呢。
So Nils jumps onto Morten's back and off they fly back home. It says Morten helps Nils return home, safe at home once again.
Morten, how lucky Nils is.
Super lucky.
Yeah, okay, 所以 Morten 帮助 Nils 回家。So they returned home.
They returned home, and this word return, a verb, is spelled R-E-T-U-R-N. Let's learn more. Return is basically just to go back to a place that you started from, to go back to a place that you left from. When we talk about the word go or the word leave, return is kind of the opposite. We will almost always return to the place we started. In the morning, you get up, you leave for work or school, and at the end of the day, where do you go? Well, eventually you will return home. You will go back. If you start at A and go to B, but then you go from B back to A, That part is to return. I'm going to lunch. I'll return to the office at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to lunch. I'll return to the office at 1:30 p.m. That's when I'll come back.
Return 就是 go back 返回嘛，它是一个动词。像是刚刚例句提到，就是我要去吃午饭喽，我会在下午1点半 return to the office 回到办公室。Yeah, you probably will say that if maybe you're talking to your secretary, like I'm leaving, but will return at a certain time, like 2 p.m. or something. I was going to say 2 a.m., okay? Or maybe you could return from your trip, you know? Yeah, maybe you went away for holidays.
Unless you're moving to a new country or city, you will always return home.
Of course.
Otherwise, you'll be sad and you'll need lots of new clothes.
And you need money.
And you won't have money, that's right. And who's going to feed your fish? Anyways, let's get back to the article. So Nils is scared. He's returning home, which is safe. But remember, he used to be a boy and now he's a gnome. So he's scared. He's a little bit afraid of returning home. Why? Well, he says, my parents can't see me. I'm too small.
Okay.
If you think your parents are going to be mad when you come home with, chocolate ice cream on your shirt, they're really going to be mad if you come home and now you're a magical little dwarf.
I think that's cute, though.
Well, yeah, but if you left and your son was a handsome young 14-year-old boy,
okay,
and now he's
true.
a tiny little creature with a long beard and a red floppy hat,
no.
You'd be like, wait a minute, what happened to you?
Right, 所以Nils 很害怕说怎么办？我爸妈看不见，我太小，记不记得他现在长得不是原本的样子哦？ So his
parents will be upset. Absolutely. Why will your parents be upset? Because that's what parents do. Parent, this is a noun. Parent is how we spell the word parent. As I mentioned, yes, parents do get upset, but that's not the only thing they do. In fact, most of them don't do that very much. They do lots of other things like, I don't know, give you life, because your parents are your mother and father. That's what we call them. Those are your parents. You have 2 parents, 1 mother and 1 father, for most of us. Now, your parents do many other things. They give you life, they give you a place to live, they work hard to make money to buy you clothes and toys and put you in school and all that sort of stuff, but also they give you love, they give you advice, they help to raise you because you're the child and they are the parents. For example, both of my parents work in a school. Both of my parents work in a school.
Parent 就是父亲或者是母亲，它是一个名词哦。像是刚刚例句提到，就是我的父母都在某一间这个学校工作哦。Okay, so I think children need lots of encouragement from their parents.
Encouragement, love, protection.
Because some parents can be very strict here in Taiwan.
Oh, okay.
Encouragement is very important. 要鼓励小孩子需要很多的鼓励 and love.
And love. Being strict is fine, but you also have to
Yes.
help to lift the kids up
Yeah.
when they're feeling low. Absolutely. Well, Morton, the goose, is listening to Nils say that he's scared to go home. He's scared what his parents say. And Morton says, you should say sorry to the gnome.
Oh,
Remember, the
okay.
gnome was the one who used the magic at the beginning to change Nils from a boy into a gnome, and that's because Nils was not nice.
Wow.
So, say sorry, and maybe the gnome will then say, okay, and turn you back into a boy.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So Morton, you're quite wise. Okay. So Morton 就回答说，你应该要跟小精灵道歉 ，say sorry to somebody， 就是向某人道歉。I'm going to talk about something regarding parents.
Okay.
Parents should say sorry to their kids even if they make a mistake, right?
Sure,
They can't just say,
absolutely.
because I'm your mom.
No.
So, I don't have to say sorry.
No matter who you are, if you make a
Yes.
mistake, you should say sorry, and
Yeah.
you should mean it. Don't just say sorry and then
That's
do the same
right.
thing again later on. You should change your ways if you did something wrong. And yes, say sorry first, but then do things better in the future. All right, well, here's Morton still giving good advice to Nils. First, he said, say sorry to the gnome, and then he adds, he, the gnome, he might turn you back to your normal size if you do. He might not, But even if he doesn't,
know.
you should still say sorry
That's
because
right.
you were mean and you started the problem.
OK， 所以这时候他又说了，如果你这么做，他也许呢会把你变回正常的大小。这里的 might 是用来表示可能性，可能啦，也许啦，怎么样怎么样。而 normal 呢，则是正常的、标准的。Okay, we'll find out.
So there they go. Flap, 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 fly, fly, fly. Back to the farm. And then we read, at the farm, Nils's parents are planning to cook Morton for dinner. How did this happen? What, they can't find a chicken? Why did Morton help there? That's not fair.
Why Morton?
Exactly. Is he the only goose that's tasty? I don't think so. Anyways, that's what happens in the story. So Nils's parents, his mother and father, who of course they don't know anything about this. They just see Morton. He's a goose on the farm. They're hungry. He's dinner. It's simple for them. So they're planning to cook Morton for dinner. The important word here is planning, which means they haven't done it yet. There's still time.
OK， 所以在这个农场里 ，Nils 的父母正在计划要把 Morton 煮来当晚餐。So they're still planning to.
But they could call out for pizza.
Yeah.
There's a good Chinese restaurant down the road. Go there. Don't eat more. That's the bad. Don't plan that way.
Okay.
Plan. This is a verb. P-L-A-N. Plan. It's a terrible thing to plan. But the word plan is talking about what you intend to do in the future. It's not something you are doing now. It's not something that you did in the past, but it's something you're thinking of doing and getting ready to do in the future. We can plan to do all sorts of things. Maybe something easy like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I plan to go to the beach with my friends. That's what I'm thinking of doing. That's my intention, to use a big word. But of course, plans can change. If you find that it's raining all weekend, you'll have to plan to do something else. And of course, we can have big plans too. I plan to go to the best university. I plan to become a CEO. I plan to get married before I'm 30. You can make these plans, yes, we can also use it as a noun, many years early. And of course, then you'll do things to make that plan, to make your plan come true. But plans are basically what you're thinking of doing in the future, and you're taking a few steps to get ready to make that thing happen. For example, Martina plans to go to Japan for her next vacation. Martina plans to go to Japan for her next vacation. Well, I hope she does.
My high school friend's name is Martina.
Oh, is she planning to go to Japan?
Probably.
Good plan.
OK, plan 是什么呢？就是计划，它是当做动词在本课当中哦。那动词三态就是 plan，planned 要重复它的字尾 n 加上 ed。planned，OK， 像是 Martina， 她就计划下个假期要去日本哦。Or you could also have a teacher planning her next lesson, right? Or how do you plan to spend your holiday?
Oh, I plan to maybe see a movie, go to a nice restaurant, but probably rest at home and read some books.
And I like that saying, things don't always go as planned.
No,
事情总是不会按照计划进行。
That's right. There we go. So,
we also saw for dinner, 就是吃什么当晚餐。For example, we're having roast chicken for dinner, not Morton.
Oh no, I think we're having Morton.
No.
He's delicious and he's so ready. Oh, he's gonna be so good. No, he's not. That's terrible. He might be delicious, but if a goose saves your life, it would be wrong to eat him. I might understand if you do, but it would be wrong to do that. So Nils, now he's trying to be good. He's trying to not be mean anymore. He wants to do the right thing. So the young boy Nils tries to save Morton. And when he does, when Nils saves Morton by stopping his parents from killing him and cooking him, so when he does save him, that's Nils, turns back into a boy, and stops his parents.
Wow.
So the magic spell has been broken, and all it took was for Nils to be kind for once in his life. Well, actually, no, it wasn't the first time. He was kind on the journey too.
OK， 所以 Nils 试图要救这个 Morton。 可是呢，当他这么做的时候，哇哦，他就变回男孩的模样，而且他还阻止他的父母哦。So,
in the end, we read Nils learns he should be nice to animals and try to help others.
okay, so that's the moral of the story.
That's the
I get
moral
it.
of the story. There
Okay,
you
所以
go.
最后 Nils 学习到什么呢？他应该要善待这个动物，并且试着去帮助其他的人。In the end， 就是最后、最终、终于怎么样？像是呢 ，What did you decide in the end? Okay, because you don't know when you're shopping for clothes, you know.
It's true. You have a lot of time to think, but you do have to make that final decision. And the final thing we need to do is go to review time, but there's actually one more thing before the final thing, and that, of course, is our magic box. How could we forget about that? Magic box.